Hello everybody, can you all hear me? Oh yes, you can. Cool. Hey everyone, this is Crimson Fox 45. How is everyone doing? And welcome to the Dealing Damage podcast with your host, myself, Crimson Fox 45. So I hope everyone had a good week and all that. And yeah, we're gonna get into it, into the podcast today. We have about two things to show. One thing to show and one thing to talk about this week. So it hasn't been much of an active week in terms of gaming and anime. There wasn't really stuff that really caught my interest, so yeah, we will take a look at a few things now. So so there was one trailer that got released this week, which was the Street Fighter 2 trailer that got released. So yeah, let's take a look at that. So it's just a little bit of context behind this. So Street Fighter did have a few movies, about 2 movies I think. So this is the one that's going to be released. Very currently. And let's take a watch. Oh, that voice is familiar. Oh, I would. I think this was some cool stuff there. Okay, I think that's Ken. Interesting. Oh no, I know the guy. Okay, cool. Oh my word, they have the audio from the game. MTV. Oh. Sure. Oof. Ouch. That's a heavy kick. Interesting, that's so cool. I recognize a couple of these people. The biggest, I think I know these two guys. That's probably Ryu, maybe, and Ken. Ooh. This is October. Whoa. Okay, that's very interesting. Oh my word. That is cool, that's cool. Oh, I would. Oh my word, so cool. Hadouken. Oh my word, that is so cool. That's so cool. Oh, I would. Nice. So, that is actually really cool. Though, let me just take a closer look. Sorry, guys. So, that is very cool. Generally, this looks very much like the actual game itself. So my experience with Street Fighter started when when I was younger. My parents got us like a console. I don't know what it was. It must have been some maybe like a clone model of like a SNES, I think. It was called the Stellar Challenge back. I don't know if you South Africans remember that. And it had Street Fighter 2, and yeah, we used to play that quite a lot. So I recognize some of these characters here. So they showed the Indian guy, Ken, I'm guessing that is, obviously because he's wearing red. And this guy here, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Ghoul, I think his name is, but this guy is actually Cody Rhodes from WWE, so it's kind of cool. I'm guessing this is Ken as well. I'm not entirely sure. And then we saw Chun-Li as well, and yeah, this guy definitely looks like one of those Russian guys. I'm assuming this is Ryu, and obviously he's talking to Ken, trying to get him. So it looks like it's going to follow the story of Ken basically, and yeah, and how he's going to basically get back into fighting and all that. That's what it looks like. And we saw Cammy as well, and Bison, and oh, sorry, I was gonna say, and we saw the Dark Hado, but I know his name is not the Dark Hado. His name is something else. The Dark Hado was the evil energy I remember from the anime movies. I remember I watched the anime movies of Street Fighter, and yo, those were epic. And what I really like about this here is that they have a lot of fight scenes here, because I mean it's Street Fighter, so that's what you would expect. You expect a lot of fighting, so that's really cool. I really like the typography because it's very reminiscent of the Street Fighter games, so that's very cool. Yeah, very very cool. The only downside that one thing is just a very small picky thing from my side is that Chun-Li is supposed to be a lot more muscular. Ghoul, I think, and basically Ryu. Okay, I guess the Indian guy is kind of muscular here, but like but then again, that's just my opinion. Because like in the games, like they like super buff and all that stuff. Like Ryu is super buff, Ken is super buff. But other than that, we'll see. This actually looks pretty cool so far. So yeah, we'll see. Just that one move when I know I said it was cool. It did look cool. Though it kind of did look slightly fake the way he like. I think it was. Oops, sorry, I did not intend to stop there. It was the one that car scene. I think it was somewhere around here. No. Where one of the characters basically powerbombed the guy into the car. I think it was around here. Oh no. Sure. I think it was somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. That jump looked a little fake. But anyways, other than that, everything else is cool, I think. That's pretty cool. Nice. So that's the Street Fighter. I was going to say Street Fighter 2, but it's the Street Fighter trailer, movie trailer for 2026. Cool. So that is on the cool kind of spectrum. So on the not so cool spectrum, I really love Halo. So the thing is, I know I really love Halo. Though, in my opinion, I think the company that has it at the moment, I don't know. It's very hard to say because maybe their heart is not into it, or maybe they just don't. I'm trying to pick my words wisely here because the thing is, they how can I say this? It's almost like they kind of like lost. Maybe they're looking in the wrong direction, I think. But then also I know there's internal issues with the company itself. Like in one of our previous podcasts we did discuss that one staff member that was there for like 18 years, he did have a major issue with the company and they did fire him, I think. And he left such a cryptic message on social media about things that's going on and about loyalty and all that stuff. And yeah, it looks like Halo is back. Halo Studios, to be exact, is back in the news again, I guess. So just give me a moment, guys. So guys, we'll be back after this short break. Okay, so yeah, regarding Halo, it's okay. So let's just get into the article itself. I think. So this article reads, "This pattern." This is a quote from one of the previous developers, I guess. "This is a pattern, not a coincidence. Halo Studios report highlights alleged leadership failures and staff treatment concerns." So basically, this report builds upon Glenn Israel's departure from June of the year that we read about, basically, and it goes on to saying that the thing is, Halo Studios is that they opening positions for certain roles, and okay, basically the proper way is that when you open a position in a company, you would open a position for a role, and then people from the outside will basically send their CVs, and then there'll be a enrollment process. So like like an application process and all that stuff, and then people from the outside get into the company, and whoever is the best, obviously, they'll get chosen. So here they open the roles up, but the thing is, they're getting past associates to actually fulfill these roles instead of people from the outside, which is not really ethical in terms of the application process, from what I understand. So that is not on, and that did not happen once, it did not happen twice, it happened 3 times. So obviously that seems to be a pattern that's going on. So I don't know if they just have trust issues in terms of the IP and all that stuff, but then yeah, I don't think that's very fair. I mean, like, for example, if I wanted to apply for like a position here, then obviously they'll pick someone that they know over than me, basically, for example. But also, okay, this is what I learned recently, is that there's actually a team called the Dig Site that is a bunch of community modders that were working faithfully with Halo Studios to restore the Halo 2 E3 demo that was displayed at E3 back in 2024. I don't know if you guys remember that. So that demo was actually broken. Behind the scenes, it was actually very broken, and that wasn't actually the result. That actually wasn't the actual gameplay that we were given. So the thing is, the team, the Digside team, which is a community of modders that mod Halo and all that stuff, it's fans basically. They were given the responsibility to, I don't know how this the code name is Digsite. I don't know how they got together, but basically they working with I was gonna say 343, but the Halo Studios. Now they're working with Halo Studios to try and remake this, to revive that demo. And there were certain things that was going on, and they weren't getting paid, and then they questioned that, and then let me just go to the response that one of the managers gave to them, which was very odd, I guess. Okay, that's about the hiring practices and all that stuff. Where is it? Okay, let me just read this portion. So the report also details how the Halo Dig Site team was treated, something that is well documented. This group, made up of community modders responsible for restoring the Halo 2 E3 demo, disbanded after Halo Studios refused to pay staff. One member of the Digside team said, Pierre, sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, told us we could leave the team since, unlike him, we weren't born with a gun pointed at our head, meaning we wouldn't understand the real stakes and consequences. There's more than a full report from Mr. Robs. Okay, so there's a video there if you guys want to watch. But yeah, I mean, having like a statement like that is it's very concerning. But then again, we don't know the full story here. I'm guessing once we watch the video, we'll know the full story. But I don't know in what way this was told to them. But then a statement like that, even if it was told in a joking way, I mean, yeah, it's not good. And plus, if people do work for you, you need to pay them. I mean, so just that in itself, the hiring practices that's going on, and just how they treating the fans, the loyal modder base, it's not cool. It's not good at all. I mean, those were fans from way back then. I mean, they could be new fans, but what I'm saying is, they put in the heart. They have Halo at their hearts, basically, and they're trying to treat this with love and care and restore it. But obviously, Halo Studios is not really playing ball, I guess. I don't exactly. We as the gamers and people won't really know what the internals is really going on here, but that is not on as a studio, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Halo remakes that are coming out. The Halo campaign evolves. I mean, I did have my opinions about them, but I don't know. I don't know what the state of those are going to be now, and future games and stuff. So, though from my opinion, Halo in general lost its way once it was taken. What? Not really taken. Once Bungie sold Halo. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe they do love Halo. Halo Studios does have Halo. Maybe just their leadership is very bad. But yeah, anyways, regarding Halo Combat Evolved, it is going to possibly be released. Well, this is through rumors and all that stuff. It's possibly going to be released in June or July, so a late summer. Well, I think that's American summer, I'm not entirely sure. But probably like a late summer kind of release. So we get it this year, which is cool, and it's going to be for free, but in light of all of this news about their leadership, I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. So, yeah, so this is all that we have time for today. So, let us go to the damage report. So, for the damage report, we did speak about 2 items here, which was the Street Fighter movie trailer, and yeah, just the state of Halo in general. So, sorry guys, let me bring up my controls. So, yeah. So, let me think. Generally, visually, this was a good trailer. Just that I wish the actors. I know this is probably like an impossible. Maybe it's not impossible. I wish that. Excuse me. I wish maybe they were a bit more buff, like Chun-Li. Like we all know how Chun-Li looks, and like Ryu and Ken, they all look a little bit more buff. And I think actually, Cody Rhodes from WWE, who's playing that character, I think he looks a good fit, but I think he should have been a bit more buffer. I think. But other than that, I think it's quite cool. I think so. Let's heal it by 100. Cool. And then, the state of Halo. Generally, from our previous reports and from our previous articles and reviews and all that stuff, the state of Halo is, they started off like quite good from 2024 because they kind of had a good idea when they were starting experimenting with Unreal Engine. And they were using old Halo assets, and it looked very nice. And they wanted to get back to the heart of Halo. All of that was good and well, but then over the years, basically there was leadership issues. And then we know from Halo Infinite time, the way they were hiring people and getting people to work on the project, they were outsourcing certain things and having them on shorter contracts, and then once their work was done, a new team will come and then relearn what they did and how they did certain things, and then they will do their bit, and then that cycle will continue. I don't know if that's actually a good model for a game, but then again, I mean, games nowadays is very more complex than games back then, so I don't know if that's the best way to go about doing like a game. I mean, you would think like one studio would stick with their entire team and then see the game from start to finish instead of outsourcing people to help out with certain things, unless they really need help and stuff. But this has caused a ton of issues, a ton of content being pulled from the game. We're supposed to have been getting like 4 different biomes, but instead we only had like 2. Sorry, I think there was actually supposed to be more than 4 biomes. but we only got 2, which was like a South Pacific kind of like island style, and then just the interior, and that was literally the whole entirety of Halo Infinite. The game was supposed to last for about 10 years, as in we're supposed to be getting more content within the game over the course of 10 years, but basically they pulled the plug. I think it was last year or this year. Sorry, I think it was this year they pulled the plug on that. So it only lasted for 4 years, so that is a bit concerning. Anyway, so state of Halo. So, okay, what's coming up now is that there's a rumor that the new game, which is Halo Combat Evolved, Halo Campaign Evolved, is going to be released this year, which is cool. It's going to be in line with the Xbox 25th anniversary, which makes sense because Halo is 25 years old, so that's cool. But in light of the leadership issues that's going on, I'm not entirely sure how all of this is going to play out. If they're going to have enough time to complete what they need to complete and polish everything. So yeah, wow, the state of Halo is just not looking too good at the moment. So I'm going to damage it by 97%. Sorry, Halo Studios. So yeah, this is the damage report for this week, guys. So the Street Fighter movie trailer got the most by 200 points, health points, and yeah, Halo is almost dead. The state of Halo is almost dead. So yeah. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining. This is the Dealing Damage podcast this week, and yeah, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Excuse me. Same time, same place. I do have a little bit of a cold, so sorry guys if I'm like clearing my throat and stuff a lot. I did have a bit of a cold during the week. But anyways, guys, stay safe, take care, play a lot of games. Tell us about those games that you'll play. Tell us what you guys are playing at the moment. It's always good to know. And if you'll have different opinions regarding the topics that we've spoken about, just let us know in the comments down below. And if there's anything you'll want us to discuss, just let us know as well. And yeah, this is Crimson Fox 45 signing out. Have an awesome weekend. Cheers for now.